Hey guys, happy holidays and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to share with you my New Year's Eve simple makeup look and turn myself from this to this. So if you're excited to know how I did this New Year's Eve makeup look, then please keep on watching. So let's begin with the eyeshadow. I'm using Jacklyn Hill's palette from MORPHE and taking this burnt red orangey shade from the palette. Then I will apply it on my eyelid slightly higher than my natural crease so that it will still show even if my eyes are open. Then I'm buffing it in towards the inner part of my lids and just making sure that I'm packing on the colors on the outer part and gradually blending it towards the inner part of my eyelids. Then we keep on applying the same eyeshadow until we reach the right opaqueness or the right intensity that we wanted. Then once that's completely blended, we can proceed with the next shade, and I'm now picking up this darker brown with a little hint of plum from the same Jacklyn Hill MORPHE palette. You're just applying it on top of the red eyeshadow that we have applied earlier, and make sure it's just focused or applied on the outer third of your eyelids and not going above your natural crease. This will create the smoky effect of your eyeshadow. And now to cut the crease, we will be using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 20. To achieve the cut crease effect, make sure that you are creating that dome shape above your natural crease so that the eyeshadow will still be seen even if your eyes are open. And now for the next eyeshadow, I'm picking up this rose plumish foiled shadow from the same Jacklyn Hill palette. And I'm just packing it on the center of my lids. And for the lightest shade, I am picking up this light pink shadow from the same MORPHE palette. And slowly apply it on the inner part of the lid. Do not hesitate to add and pack on colors, then keep on blending to achieve the gradient effect. I remove these tape that's sole purpose is to make sure that my eyeshadow are crisp and clean. Moving on to the face, I am using my favorite NYX Angel Veil Primer to hide the enlarged pores on my face. Next, I will be using MAC Strobe Cream. I normally use this MAC Strobe Cream under my foundation to create that glow from within look. Then for my foundation, I will be using my new favorite Dior Backstage. I so love this foundation because it is so lightweight and yet the skin on my face can still breathe while giving it the right amount of coverage that I needed. Because this foundation is so liquidy, I like using my foundation brush on applying it on my face, and then once the foundation is completely applied all over my face, that's the only time I use the makeup sponge and just lightly dab it onto my face to remove the streaks of the brush. And now to create the natural highlighted effect on my face, I will be using the same concealer as earlier, which is the Maybelline Fit Me on the shade 20, and I'm creating an inverted triangle shape of concealer underneath my eyes. I will also put it or apply it on the bridge of my nose, center of my forehead, and on the center of my chin. And using my handy dandy makeup sponge, I'll just go ahead and have it blend, blend, blend. Now to bring back the warmth and shadows on my face, I am using BYS contour stick and just apply it underneath my cheekbone, perimeters of my forehead, in the sides of my nose, and under my jawline. And using my foundation brush, as usual, blend, blend, blend. Here I am just setting my face with a translucent powder from RCMA and apply it mainly to the areas where we put the concealer earlier, which is underneath the eyes, center of the nose, center of the forehead, on the chin, and also in between the contours underneath your cheekbone and on top of the jawline. To set the contour, I'm using Kat Von D's Shade and Light palette. Make sure to apply it on all the areas that we've put the contour stick earlier, and use a light-handed application because you don't want to make it look muddy. Now for my nose contour, I'm using Benefit Holla Lite bronzer and my favorite brush from MORPHE. Here I am just taking my time to create my nose line because nobody wants to look like an avatar. And using a clean powder brush, I'm just dusting off the excess powder from the setting powder we used earlier, and to make sure that everything is well blended. And for the blush, I'm using this peach shade from NARS and applying it on my cheeks, making sure it's well blended with my contour. Here, I'm just applying the same eyeshadows that I've applied on my lids on my lower lash line. To set all the powder that I've used on my face, I'm just applying Mario Badescu facial spray all over my face. Next is to use the L'Oreal Gel Liner. To hide the lash band or the lash glue, I'm using the L'Oreal Gel Liner and apply it just a little above my lash line. because I have hooded eyes, I am not a fan of wing eyeliners. So here I'm just creating the regular or the usual liner on top of the lashes. For my lips, I'm using Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink. For highlights, I'm using another Jacklyn Hill palette, but this time from Becca, and applying the Champagne Pop color just on the highest point of my cheekbones. Of course, do not forget to put highlights on your brow bone. But of course, on the tip of the nose and the bridge as well. And for the ultimate wide awake look, make sure to apply your highlight also beside your tear duct. And to add up to the glow from within look, I am using this Mercier Candle Glow Powder and apply it basically on the areas that we put the concealer highlighter earlier, which is underneath my eyes, bridge of the nose, center of the forehead, and the chin as well. And for your makeup to last forever, I'm using my favorite Kryolan Ultra Setting Vaporizer and spray it all over my face. And here is the final look. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope to see you on my next one. Happy holidays, everyone!